All right, let's do this. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I fudged it up a little bit, but anyways, yesterday I was like messing around on my keyboard and my cat Renfield hopped up like cats do and started like prancing around, and then she like pushed one of the buttons which set off that that drum beat, and I thought to myself, you know, that kind of sounds like that one song. You know what I'm talking about. Hello, darling one, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am Corpsey Lou, and I am a Halloween enthusiast who just wants to talk about Halloween and spooky stuff. So if that's your cup of tea, then you have come to the right place. I am super excited for today because I am going to talk to you about my favorite spooky art books. And I've selected 10 from my collection that I'm going to show to you. They are in no particular order, so I'm not going from like least favorite to favorite or anything. It's just all jumbled together because honestly I love all of them probably equally. These books are the books that when I feel like I'm in an art slump, I can like open them and start looking through the pages, and I become inspired, and it just fills my imagination. I'm very excited to share them with you. The other thing that I want to mention is that this is kind of disorganized. I've jotted some information down that I wanted to talk to you about just in case I forget to mention something. So you may see me kind of like fumbling around and looking down sometimes, and that's probably why. The other thing is, guys, I'm not an art historian. There are plenty of channels out there that go into like deep dives, or information out there that goes into like deep dives about some of the artists that I'm going to talk about today. So you can always, you know, research that if you want to. I'm just simply showing you the things that really just kind of set my heart aflame. I guess let's go ahead and get into it. So the first book that I want to share with you is Morbid Curiosities. It's by Paul Gambino, and it's collections of the uncommon and the bizarre. So this book, I realize, is kind of an interesting selection, but the photography in it is really amazing, and people collect such interesting things And it's really cool to see these things that, and some of them, you know, I didn't even know really existed or that people even collected them. The other thing that I love about this book, aside from the photos, which are stunning, guys, it's that the author actually like does write-ups about the collectors themselves. And I don't know, I might actually even love that even more than the photographs, because they're such interesting and quirky people. And as a collector myself, like every collector has that one thing that like got away, you know, the one that got away. And when these people were asked that question, it was just really fun to find out like kind of like what they had fixated on that they weren't able to acquire. And anyways, I found that really enjoyable. Okay, so yes, morbid curiosities. Oh, and also I wanted to let you know that this book is in print. Some of the books that I'm gonna talk to you about today are out of print, but this one is not. Like you can get it if you're interested in it. Okay, so I also have marked some pages so I can show you a little bit what's inside and like why I love it. Okay, so this first one that I have marked here is, this is Ryan Matthew Cohn and his wife. And Ryan Matthew Cohn, if you're unfamiliar with him, he is a big name in the sort of like curiosities world. I first heard about him because he was in a show called Oddities, which was so amazing. I don't remember what channel it was on, but it's such a fun, quirky show. And unfortunately, it's really hard to find. Like, I don't know if you can stream it, but you can't find it on DVD. And I mean, I know some people don't do DVDs, but I do. And it's an absolute tragedy that it's unavailable to acquire. But anyways, Ryan Matthew Cohn, that's him and his wife. And the next picture is actually of, ooh, I lost the page. Okay, there it is. This is, I'm going to stand up here so you can see it. This is a photo of part of his collection. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, really interesting stuff, but also just what a great shot. You know, what a great shot, you guys. All right. The next thing I want to show you is another person that they have in this book is Brandon Hodge. And there are a number of things, like, of reasons why I selected his collection. So, for one, he collects planchets, which are like the, like on Ouija boards, it's like the tool that's used to communicate with spirits. So he collects the actual planchets. Like some people collect the boards, but he specifically collects the planchets. And he has some really, really old ones, and you know, lots of antique, like original planchets, and they're just beautiful. But the other thing that I really love about this spread specifically is that Darla Teagarden was the photographer for his photos specifically, and I am a huge fan of Darla Teagarden. In fact, we're going to talk about her later. But in the meantime, look at these pictures, guys. Tell me that's not inspiring. Look at that. I mean, look, this right here, look how, that's an antique planchet right there in the center, and it looks like these are all maybe like wax hands, you know, surrounding it. But this photo, guys, this photo, is the one. This is exquisite. Darla Teagarden, master photographer. Every time I like open this book, I will go to this page and I will just stare at it. I just love this picture. I love the atmosphere, the curiosities. It's so stunning. Anyways, that's Morbid Curiosities. So the next, oops, sorry. The next one that we're going to talk about is actually the Darla Teagarden book. This is it, guys. Altars. Look how beautiful that is. This was, it was released by Skeleton Key Press. This actually was released as a Kickstarter book. That's how I acquired this one. This one, sadly, is out of print. After the Kickstarter came out, there was like a limited number of books that were released, and they got snatched up like super fast. So if you got one, you're very lucky to have one. It's a rare book, and it's a beautiful book. It has her photography in it, but it also has some of her storyboards are in it as well, and those are really cool to see. But today I'm just going to show you some of the photos that are in this amazing book. So also I discovered Darla Teagarden, I'd say back in 2018. I had joined Instagram, and like I'm not on Instagram anymore, but back when I joined, she was one of the first people that I found there, and I was just blown away by her photography because it's like atmospheric and mysterious and like witchy. It's super witchy stuff. And so I just, of course, fell in love immediately. And anyways, let's get into it. Oh, this is what it looks like just right when you open the cover. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it when books go all out, you know, when they make even the inside cover part of the art. Oh, delicious. Okay. This one to me is super moving and emotional. This photo is called Histories of She. The first time I saw this, I think the breath just went out of my body. Look at that photo, you guys. So the subject, you can tell, is like super witchy, and then she's being weighted down by stones. And like, to me, that's very symbolic of like the Salem witch trials, and like how they used to weigh women down with stones and toss them into the lake to see if they would float. And just it's just so symbolic of like just women being held down time and time again, weighted down time and time again. And all of these little dresses, she sewed all of those little dresses. And like, to me, I mean, I'm not sure what she was thinking, but to me, they symbolize kind of like all of the little girls that have ever been and ever will be. So anyways, to me, this one is just so moving and so beautiful. Histories of She. All right, the next one that I'm going to show you is called Prairie Witch. And this one's just straight up witchy. I mean, this looks like old Salem witchy. It's like you can almost smell the wood smoke in the air, you know, and it's just magical. I love this photo, guys. All right. And the next one. Ooh. This one, this is the very first photo that I ever saw by Darla Teagarden, and it's what won me over. It's called Ghosts. And, oh, sorry for the blurry. I love how primitive it is. The door, the ghosts, how she's being pulled into that door. I want to know what's on the other side of that door. I love it. Okay, the other thing that I want to mention about Darla Teagarden is, well, first of all, she's usually the subject of her own photos, not always, but usually. And also she builds like her own sets. She compiles like the sets, the costuming, the makeup, all of it. It's like art layered over art, layered over art. And it just, it's like just this mega piece of art is what she does, and it's just so captivating. Anyways, this last photo that I'm going to show you is Baba Yaga. Look at that, guys. So that house, she built that house, and that's her on top of that house. Can you believe it? Amazing. Amazing. So the other thing is that I wanted to say was, a number of years ago, I actually got to meet Darla Teagarden, and it was an honor and a privilege that I actually even got to sit for her. It was such an amazing experience. She is like effortlessly cool, but not in a pretentious way. And like she made me feel welcome right away, and she's so creative, and just the way that she like took the photos, she's exceptional. And the other thing is, like, you know how sometimes in life, like, you meet different people that, like, it's like you know them, like you instantly feel comfortable with them, and you instantly like just connect with them. That's how I felt about Darla Teagarden. She is such a treasure, and it was such an honor to meet her. And anyways, I wanted to show you one of the photos that she took of me. This is it. That's me with some of my artwork. Isn't it wonderful? I just love it so much. And you know how, like, on social media, like, people will be like, post your photo or you feel like most beautiful or whatever, you know, like this is always and forever going to be that photo for me. It's like she looked at me and she was able to, like, capture what was inside. Like she was able to reveal me in my truest form. And she has a gift, an absolute gift. Okay. So the next book that I'm going to share with you is actually a dear friend of mine. We've been friends for many years now. We actually met through our art, like through mutual respect for each other's artwork. And we just started chatting, and we have become really good friends over the years. Funny enough, I will probably butcher her last name, but I will do my best. She is an artist out of Canada, and her name is Camilla Mwinarchik. I think I pronounced it. I think I got it. Mwinarchik. Her book is I Can Be Myself When Everyone I Know Is Dead. This was also a Kickstarter book. It was released by Eye of Newt Press. Here's the back. And this book is part like art, part memoir. And it is packed. It is packed full of artwork. It just amazes me, the volume. When artists do that, it's, you know, there are some artists that it's like you know that art is like the breath that they breathe, and I believe that is so for Camilla. Anyways, this book, first of all, I would say I wouldn't recommend it for children. And also it's really not for the faint of heart. But it is available, like it is in print. You can find this one easily. So if you're interested in taking a gander or a closer look at it, it is out there. You can get it. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you some of the artwork that's in here. And the other thing is, guys, is reading the sort of memoir, and also she kind of like talks a little bit about her artwork within the pages, and it's just, it was so moving. And she's such a kind soul and a generous soul, and the world is just lucky to have her in it. I just wanted to say that. Okay, first of all, I want to show you like right inside one of my favorite things, right inside the cover. Look at that, Lydia. And look at this bat girl. I love her. Oh, and the other thing is with the Kickstarter books, if you like got one of the books through Kickstarter, she actually like hand drew an illustration in each one of those. And you guys, this one is mine. This is the one that she did for me. That right there. Can you believe it? But it's like a vampire girl holding a werewolf, and I love it so much. In fact, when I saw that little vampire girl, I had to make her. So I reached out to Camilla and I asked her if it would be okay if I made a doll out of her character. And you know, we came to like a financial arrangement where like once I sold the doll that she would get a certain amount. And so that's what we did, and I made the doll, and it was such an honor to do that. Okay, so the next photo that I want, or picture that I want to show you, is this one right here. Look at that. Look at the detail. Some of her pieces are, there's like so much going on. It's almost like Bosch territory. All right, let's see what the next one is that I've... All right, here we go. Here's another one. Look at the colors of that. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, So she also, like, she'll deal with like a lot of like darker sort of themes, but she'll make them playful. This one is just straight up a joyful picture. The colors, like sometimes she'll use colors, sometimes she doesn't, but this one I just love it because I love all of the color in it, and it's just so silly. Her artwork, I would say, speaks to like the child in me. But again, I'm not recommending this book for children. Sorry, Camilla, if you're watching this. But I do recommend the book. Okay. And then we have this. I love those spooky girls right there. And here, oh my goodness, I marked a lot of pages. Sorry. Okay, I think I might, let me just take a quick gander at what I've marked in here, because that's a little crazy. I went a little crazy. There's just so much to see. And that's the other thing with these books that I'm showing you. Like, I'm not even just showing you like the best pictures. You know how like sometimes people like show you the best pictures and then you like buy the book and then you go through it and you're like, well, where are all the other good ones? Like, I already saw, do you know what I'm talking about? That's not the case with these. I'm just showing you like kind of random stuff, but stuff that I love. She has this character that she created a number of years ago called Audrey. And Audrey is like just this like kind of creepy little weird creature. Like, she has no hair. Maybe she's like, oh, I don't know, like burned a little bit. And here she is making, like a smoothie with happy little vegetable or fruits. It's amusing. Oh, but she's such a great artist. She really is. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Do you see what I mean? All the detail. Like, there are so many like illustrations in this book. Every single page is just packed with art. Okay, here are some werewolves. Okay, so the way that I found Camilla was actually through her sculptural work. She used to do sculptural work. She doesn't really do it anymore, but she was so talented. I mean, she is talented, just straight up, all around. But, guys, look at that. That's one of her sculptures. And here is another one. This one is one of my absolute favorites that I've ever seen that she made. It's like a Bride of Frankenstein. Look at the detail. Look at the facial expression, the clothing. So the other thing is, I actually have a number of her pieces. I have some of her sculptural work. I have some of her illustrations. And, I think maybe sometime down the road, I'll actually do a video about like a tour of that collection, because her sculptural work is just, the first time that I that I ordered one and I received it, and like I held it in my hand, I felt like I was holding something that like belonged in a museum. Like, that's the quality of her work. Camilla Winarchik. Okay, so the next two books actually are artists that were heavily influenced by the spiritualist movement or the occult, or the esoteric, mysticism, all of that. Before I show you the next ones, I wanted to tell you about, not too long ago, I was like listening to an episode, an older episode of the Witch Wave podcast with Pam Grossman, and she was interviewing Robert Shehu Ansel, who is a publisher of Fulgur Press. And Fulgur Press is like a publisher of the esoteric. So they'll publish artwork that's, occultist, various books or like transcripts and things like that. Very, very beautiful books, very rare books. The episode was episode 137. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because in the episode, he said something that has stuck with me ever since, and it just like rattles around in my brain. And what he said was, all art is magic at its genesis. Think about that. All art is magic at its genesis. It is the truth, guys. I mean, when you make art, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you get this sort of like download, where is that coming from? What is that? Where does inspiration truly come from? Like just the stuff that just hits you out of the blue. That, you guys, that's magic right there. And all art begins with that. Just saying. All right, so this next book was gifted to me by a dear friend of mine. It is out of print, so it's no longer available. You might be able to find it, but it's called World Receivers, and it features artwork by Georgiana Houghton, Hilma af Klint, and Emma Kuntz. All of these women were into basically taking the language of spirit or the divine and translating it into art. So they almost used it like their art was like automatic writing in a way that let me just show you. So the first one, Georgiana Houghton, this is her. And I'm just gonna tell you, she lived from 1814 to 1884. So this is like old school art magic right there. And the piece that I have selected by her is this. Isn't that incredible? It looks like spirits are just like swirling around inside the art. And she was actually a medium also. Like, she was a member of the spiritualist movement, but she also was a medium herself. And Next we have Hilma af Klint. There she is. Hope you can see that. I don't know, it might have been blurry. If so, I apologize. She lived from 1862 to 1944. And the picture that I've selected of hers, it's actually pretty well known, so you may have seen it. But it's really something. So with her work, it's like she like with spirit, she would like translate their language as geometric shapes or like squiggles or colors. And so when you look at her pieces, it's really fascinating work. And anyways, I'm very inspired by this book. So, World Receivers, guys. Okay, the next one I have is Remedios Varo Science Fictions. Look how beautiful that cover is. You can see it shimmering gold. There's the back. And I wanted to show you, like, just opening it up. Look at that, guys. And it's the same, like, in the back cover. So Remedios Varo, I think she lived from like the early 1900s and into the 1960s. She had kind of a short life, and I think she like lived through World War II and everything. But she was really interested in the occult and mysticism, and I think she even like dabbled in the occult as well. I thought in this book, I saw there was a photo, because it goes into like her technique, and she had some really interesting techniques that she would use to make her artwork. But like one of the things that she would actually use is like a crystal. She would actually use a crystal on her paintings, like for texture. And she would like keep crystals nearby when she worked. Just really fascinating stuff. And I love it when artists recognize the magic of their artwork. Okay, so Remedios Varo. Let me see what I have in here. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, this was the companion book to the exhibition at the Art Institute of Chicago for their exhibition in 2023. Sorry. Oh, and this is available. This is not out of print yet, but I'll bet it will be, you guys. So if you like it, or think you might be interested, you should definitely look into it. Now, her work was titled in Spanish, but I'm going to say what it is in English because I will butcher it if I try to say it in another language. Like, I can't even do accents, guys. Okay, so this is called Solar Music 1955. Okay, and the next one that I have, this one is my favorite by her. It's called The Juggler, and in parentheses, The Magician, 1956. I love this one. It looks magical. I love the character of the juggler. I mean, even his like beard is, I think it's shaped like a star. Is it? His face, like his hat, like the hat, the beard, it's all shaped like a star. I really hope this is recording. I've had so many problems with this particular video. I've tried recording it before and it didn't work. Okay, this one is called Starcatcher, 1956. Look at the detail. It's so smoky, and like the texture. I love the texture of this one and the colors. This one is called To Be Reborn, 1960. How incredible is that? So those are all the ones by Remedios Varo. Oh, what I was saying before actually about about the crystal, I thought there were photos in the book of like the tools that she would use, but I didn't see it when I was looking through it this time. But I have seen photos of her tools, and actually the Art Institute of Chicago did a lecture series that you can find on YouTube, and they do show photos of those magical tools, and so I highly recommend it. Yes. So, and actually, there is another. So for me, the one that got away is actually a book by Folger Press. It's the Tarot of Leonora Carrington, and also they made like a tarot deck. So like the book is a companion to the deck, and you know, I dragged my feet, guys, and I wasn't able to get it, and now it's gone forever because now it's $1 gazillion on eBay. That's what happens. So if you ever see an art book specifically, if you see an art book that like just speaks to you, and you think that it could inspire you in the future, like that it would bring you joy in times when you need it, and it's at a reasonable price, get it. Just get it, because art books generally, once they're gone, and then that's when everybody starts selling them for like $1 gazillion. So, all right, so the next one I have for you is, it's kind of silly, but it is inspiring to me. It's The Haunted Mansion, Imagineering a Disney Classic. So I went to the Haunted Mansion for the first time when I was 6 years old, and I just fell in love. And I know that's the story of so many out there. So many people love the Haunted Mansion, and for good reason. Like when you go to the Haunted Mansion, it's an experience. It's a whole experience. You are immersed in that world. That has inspired me over the years as an artist who sells online, that like when I make something, when I create a piece, that that's not the only piece of the art. Like when I send out my work to, you know, to a client, to a customer, I want them to have an immersive experience. And so like I try to create like sort of like a Halloween like they're getting a package from Halloween Town or something. So anyways, but all of that was inspired by this immersive experience. Anyways, so let me show you what I've bookmarked. Oh, I think I just lost one. Oops. So this book, it goes into like the history of the Haunted Mansion. It shows a lot of like conceptual art, and then also, which is brilliant, by the way. It talks about the various artists that were involved, because, you know, Imagineers are really special people, quite honestly. And oh, I wish I knew which page I lost. Oh, there it is. But anyways, so there's a lot of like conceptual art, history, and also like photos. Like they share photos of the, you know, of the actual houses. And this is not just like the Haunted Mansion, like Disneyland or Disney World. It's like from the various parks all over the world, like including like Tokyo or like Paris. They have some segments on each of those places as well. Yeah, so this, I love this spread right here. This is some of the conceptual artwork. I love, look at that vampire up in the corner there. I think he looks like Barnabas Collins. Dark shadows, guys. And then I have one more page. So we've got Madame Leota, of course. And these are all like tarot cards for like the Nightmare Before Christmas. And so in case you don't know, which you probably do if you have the internet, but Disneyland will like shut down their Haunted Mansion in like August for like a week or two. But they do it so that they can like do a Nightmare Before Christmas overlay for the ride. And then they leave it up like that for about 4 months or so. So like from like August on, basically whenever you go to the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland, it's a Nightmare Before Christmas ride. So so if you are like a purist, if you're like a Haunted Mansion purist, you'll want to go one of the other times, or you want to go to Disney World instead. So anyways, that's that one. And actually, like, one of my dream days would be to like go to Disney World or Disneyland and just spend the entire day going on the Haunted Mansion ride. Like, not doing anything else. Well, I mean, except, you know, maybe having lunch or something, but like not going on any other rides, but just that one. Like, get off, go back in line, go through it again, get back in line. That's like my dream day. Okay, so the next art book that I want to share with you is, it's this one. It's Over the Garden Wall. My husband gifted it to me like, oh, I don't know, maybe about 10 years ago. I told him that I wanted it, and it was only $25 at the time, guys. And now on eBay, it's insane. Like, it's going for an insane amount of money because, you know what? This one is out of print. So like I said before, guys, if you see an art book that really speaks to you, get on that. Because, and if it's reasonably priced, I mean, don't go crazy or anything, but like, this book is such an inspiration to me. I love it so much. There's the back. And this is what it looks like when you open it. Look at all those little leaves. So sweet. This book is really cool. It has also a lot of concept art. It has storyboards. It talks about how the show even got picked up. And then it talks about like the creation of the characters. It talks about, you know, each episode has its own section as well. But like, it's really cool to see the character development in this book. Seeing like maybe like what they started out as and then what they became. So I've marked some pages that we can go through. So a good example of that is the original, look at this. The original villain that they were going to use was going to be this guy. They had named him Old Scratch. But look at all these like other drawings of what the villain could maybe look like. And I forgot to tell you guys, if you're not familiar with Over the Garden Wall, if you don't know what it is, go look it up right now. It's, I think you can watch it streaming on Hulu. It's a number of different episodes. Like if you were to watch it straight through, it would only be like a couple hours, maybe watching a movie, and it actually has like a storyline thread that goes all the way through. But yeah, I think you can watch it streaming on Hulu right now, but also the pilot is on YouTube, and that's not part of the series. So if you haven't seen the pilot, look it up. It's really super cute. Okay. Guys, it's like a vintage autumn dream. Look how beautiful that artwork is. The show is super nostalgic, and it's just cozy and a little bit spooky. So if you're into that, definitely check it out. All right, I've also marked the episode section for Hard Times at the Huskin Bee. I know this is a fan favorite, so I wanted to make sure I included it. Okay, look at this. More concept art. From Hard Times at the Huskin Bee. Trying to get it where you can see it. I'm sorry if it's blurry at all. Okay, here's another page for those little pumpkin guys. It's interesting seeing the evolution, isn't it? There's some scenery. It's gorgeous. The show is gorgeous. So that's The Art of Over the Garden Wall by Patrick McHale. Of course, it's his little baby. Guys, I know that people really love this show, and I know that this book is out of print and that it's crazy expensive. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I wish I could see more of that book, let me know. And I mean, I'd be happy to do an episode where I just kind of like maybe go slowly through the book and show it to you. I'd be happy to do that. Okay? All right. So anyways, Over the Garden Wall. This next book has kind of a funny story to it. This book is actually a companion book to a film. And a number of years ago, when it became available, it was like $45. And I dragged my feet and I hemmed and hawed over it because to me, that's a lot of money. I know that for some people it's not, but for me, $45 is a lot of money. So I really thought about it, and then finally I was like, you know what? I want that book. I want that book, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna order it. So I did. I put in my order, and then like an hour or so later, that same day, the mail came, and I got a package, and I opened it, and it was the book. And I was so confused because I had literally just ordered it like an hour before. How could it possibly have shown up that quickly? And then I noticed there was a note inside. And as it turns out, a very thoughtful friend of mine at the time also loved that film, and she knew that I loved that film. And so she ordered the book for herself and decided to send me a copy as well. And it was just so kind, and I, was still within that range that I could cancel my order. So I did. I canceled my order. And then later that night, I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I was going to spend that money anyways. I was going to do it. And so then I decided to pay it forward because I thought about another friend of mine who also loved the film. And so I went ahead and I put my order back in, and I had it shipped to my friend, the other friend that loves the movie. So anyways, big long story about how this book came to be in my possession. But anyways, that book is Crimson Peak, The Art of Darkness. This book is so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. The film is gorgeous. Like, every single detail is thought of. And to be able to climb inside Guillermo del Toro's mind and just have a look around, could you imagine? Could you imagine how incredible that would be? Crimson Peak. So the movie, I absolutely loved it. I think I may have seen it more than once. I might have seen it like 3 times in the theater. And then I also bought before it came out on DVD, I went ahead and bought the novel by Nancy Holder about it, because I just couldn't wait for the movie to come out. I wanted to watch it again, so I read the novelization of the film, and I will say that it's a really good book. It actually goes into more detail about the characters and like some of the things that happen that didn't happen in the film. I mean, it still follows the same plot line and it still follows everything correctly, but there's like extra stuff that are like extra scenes. Anyways, that's a little side note. The Art of Darkness. The thing about that film is it is so beautifully gothic. I love the horror. I love the romance. Though I will say that it does feel like it's kind of too short. Like it feels like it should have been like a mini series, like a longer thing, because it almost feels like insta love, if you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, I understand why they did that. They did that because they had to like get to the haunted house part, which was like the bulk and primary of the film. But aside from that, it's a masterpiece. This book has a lot of really cool information in it about like the characters, the character development. There are sketches. The other thing about this, there are like tuck-ins. It's a mysterious book full of secrets, which is so fitting because that's the movie right there. It's a house that's full of secrets. So there are all these like tuck-ins and extra little photos, and it's really neat. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute, but first let me show you some of the pages. And this is another one, guys, that is out of print. It's out of print, and now it's $1 gazillion on eBay. Was 45 bucks. Lots of money to me, but you know what? It's a lot more now. Okay. And the other thing is the quality of this book. Honestly, the quality of all the books that I'm showing you are really spectacular. Guys, this is Lucille. And I don't know if you ever noticed this or not. And you can't really tell from the photo, not really. But like, if you're watching the movie, and she like kind of dips her head down while she's wearing this hat, it's a face. This hat is a face. Like, look, this is the mouth, the nose is right there, and then there are eyes. Isn't that crazy? I think that's insane. I just noticed it the last time I watched it. I had never noticed that before. But that's what I mean. Like, there are so many secrets and so many details. And like, I mean, guys, look at this. Look at this outfit. And that's the other thing about this book, is it goes into lots of detail about the fashion from the film. And like, I love fashion. I love to see it. I love to read about it. I love it. I love fashion. Especially if it's strange. But anyways, yes, the fashion. Here's another photo of Lucille, the villain we love to love. See what else I have saved here. Oof, this is gonna be a long video, guys. Sorry about it. Okay, these are photos of Thomas's attic, where he kind of like creates his like automatons and things like that. I think something that I really love about this book is that it takes photos of the scenes and like everything, and so you get to like look closer and see the details that maybe like you wouldn't have caught when the screen is panning, you know? Because when you only see something for like a split second, you don't see the detail. But Guillermo del Toro is very detail oriented. Like, every single thing has a meaning. And so to be able to look at the photos and see those details, it's amazing. This is kind of a strange thing for me to mark, but I wanted to show you. This is a picture of like I don't know if you'd call that like a couch or a chair. It's like a couch chair, but look at the shape of it. It's the shape of a moth. And so when Edith sits in it, it's like a moth has her ensnared. You know? It's that symbolism again. It's this movie is poetry. All right, and I marked this. This is another thing. The photos, or like the artwork that was done for this, they don't skimp, you guys. These are like concept. I'm sorry about the glare. These are concept ghosts, but they're like fully fleshed out. They're not just like sketchy little drawings. It's like any artist that works for Guillermo del Toro better have their crap together, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to like show him some freaking masterpiece. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works out great. Okay, and this is one of my favorite pictures, like one of my favorite stills from the movie, just in general. It's that ending scene. Well, one of the ending scenes, but look at the colors. Look at her bloody hand. There's something about the composition of that scene, of that photo, that, I don't know, it just really speaks to me on like a primal level or something. Anyways, and here's one of the things. So like I said, there are a lot of like tuck-ins and like secret little like pamphlets and things that are like in here. But like at the end, here, let me show you, like when you open the front, there's the cover, but like in the back, this is the back page. And if I'm not mistaken, this is like the wallpaper that was like in their playroom when they were children. But look, there's a little folder in here. Look at that. Little folder. What's inside? It's a Crimson Peak poster. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, I have got 2 more books for you, so hopefully you're still with me. I don't know, maybe this is boring you to tears. Okay, my next book, people talk about her all the time. She's very famous, and for good reason. It's my girl Frida Kahlo. This is Frida Kahlo, The Paintings. This book is available, like it's still in print. You can get it soft cover. You might be able to find it hardcover somewhere. I found this actually at a like a used bookstore, and I was so psyched that they had it because this was the exact book that I wanted. It's by Hayden Herrera, and they go into detail about each of the paintings, talks about her life and like things that were going on in her life at the time that she made specific paintings. Frida Kahlo is an absolute inspiration because she was passionate. She was like so passionate, and she had so many odds against her, and she freaking lived. Like she didn't even care. She was just so full of fire, and everything that knocked her down, it's like she got up in spite of those things, and she she said F you. Like, I wish I could put it better, but she's such an inspiration in that the way she lived, and like how everything was art to her. like, and in her art, everything is symbolic. Like, everything in it has meaning. It's a little bit Guillermo del Toro, right? Everything had meaning to her in her artwork. The colors, the placement of things, the symbols. I've marked one page, and it's a page that I return to time and time again just to stare at it, because it's so beautiful and it's so moving, and it's so meaningful. The painting that I'm going to show you is called The Two Fridas. This is my absolute favorite piece by her. I love it. I love the expression on her face, on both of her faces. The colors, the difference in the outfits, like, all of it has meaning, all of it, and how they're kind of like holding hands. And I mean, there's a lot that's been written about this painting, and in all of her paintings, really, but this one is the one that really just guts me. It grabs hold of my heart and it squeezes. The Two Fridas. And again, Frida Kahlo, the paintings. All right, the final book. And it's a beast of a book, I gotta tell you. It's super heavy. It's probably covered in cat hair because it's a cloth book. It is a very heavy book. I'm gonna do my best not to look so dramatic about lifting it up and showing you stuff, but I can't make any promises. This is The Art of Tim Burton. So this book is, let me look down at my notes. It is the companion book to the Museum of Modern Art in New York City's fall 2009 to spring 2010 Tim Burton exhibition. I wish I could have gone. I wish I could have gone to it, but alas, I honestly didn't even find out about it until after it happened. But I will say that I was lucky enough to go to the Neon Museum exhibit, Tim Burton exhibit at the Neon Museum in Las Vegas. And it was in 2020, and I got to see it before the whole world kind of like went downhill. But I got to see the exhibit in the daytime and at night, and they were two totally different experiences, and I am so grateful to have had those experiences. If I can find any of my footage, maybe I will put together a little video for you to see of the exhibit from the Neon Museum, Tim Burton exhibit. Anyways, The Art of Tim Burton. I've marked quite a few pages in this. This book, guys, this one is still in print. Listen to me, it's still in print. It is pricey, it is, but it is still in print. Do not go to eBay, do not go to Amazon to find this book if you are interested in getting this book. You will be price gouged there, okay? Go directly to the source, all right? You can find this book on a website for Steele's Publishing, which is actually, I think, Tim Burton's own publishing house. Steele's Publishing, that's Steeles Publishing. I'll try to put a link down below, but that's where you want to buy it if you buy it, okay? Because otherwise you're going to be taken in. Don't do it. Okay, So first I want to show you this. So la 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 la, look. That's it. Hi, hello, I'm in here now. Isn't that cool? And again, the cover is cloth, and it's currently covered in cat hair. Hooray! Okay, let's get going. So something that's cool about this book is, I mean, it talks about his, you know, his history of art and like his influences with his artwork. But the other thing that's really cool is they actually have stories from people that have worked with him inside the book. And so you get to hear all these like different, I guess, perspectives of him. And this book really is a joy. It's pricey, but it is worth it, I will tell you. There's so much art inside, so much, and it's just like bursting with imagination. Like going through this book, I felt like I was like inside his mind, kind of like looking around. And what a fever dream it is. Okay, and I think my favorite story in this is actually from Winona Ryder, where she talks about like how she met him and was hired for Beetlejuice. It really says something about like his quirky nature and I guess his perception. So anyways, I would highly recommend this book. Okay, and look at it. Look how big it is, and it's really heavy too. Okay, this is the first page that I have marked. It's just a sketch of Edward Scissorhands. Okay. You know what? I need some water. This is my Elvira cup. Elvira! I love her. Okay. Next up, we have some other sketches. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna hold this up for you. I hope you can see it. I hope it's not too blurry. I think that's concept art for, for Vincent, his movie stop motion Vincent. Okay. Like I said, I've marked a lot of pages in here, so if you're bored out of your mind, be prepared. Okay, this one, this one is another favorite of mine. I think it's that little, like, sort of like round boy with like the sewn shut eyes from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I think it's maybe like an original like kind of concept art. Then we have these. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. I love these. So these pictures are more of his brighter work. And it's so joyful. Look at that spread. All right. Oh, I shouldn't have marked so many pages. Okay, look at this one. This one's super detailed. Ooh, I just sent my pen flying. Isn't this fun? It's just pure fun. All right. Oh, how many more do I have? I've got 4 more, I think. Here's another one that's colorful. And again, these aren't even like the best, you know, these aren't all like the best ones, and then you're gonna get the book and be like, why did I get this? These are just some that jump out to me, but they're not necessarily like the best of the best, you know? All right, and of course I had to pick this one because I love me some ventriloquist dolls. I do, I do. Sorry, it's blurry. Let me see if I can get up closer. There. All right, I think I have, well, I guess maybe I have a couple more left. Oh, and here's a bunch of kind of odd friends holding up their ventriloquist dolls. Just a few misfits. Okay. Oh, I love this one. I'd say this is one of the best ones in here. But you know, that's just my opinion. Look, it's like a, sorry about the glare, it's like a Halloween party. I want to go to that Halloween party. All right, I have one more. Oh, this is just a little thing in the corner of page 419. Like I said, this is like a tome. This is a huge book. But I marked it because, let me see if I can get it up there for you to see it. I don't know if I can hold it steady or if you could see it. It's Vincent Price and it's in a cartoon television. I hope you can see that. It's really heavy. Anywho, and there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have had an absolute blast showing my books to you. And I hope that you got something out of it, whether you just enjoyed going along for the ride or you've found more books that you might be interested in. So I would like to know, what are some of the things that you do when you hit a creative block? Do you have art books that you turn to? Do you have websites or people or specific art rituals that you do to get your creativity flowing again? I'd love to know. But until next time, have a perfectly magical day, everyone. Bye for now.